lithium mining and lithium mining is a story that has got us a lot of traction, Karthik, because lithium mining will now be made open to private players, private sectors. This, of course, was a proposal. It appears that the proposal has now gone through the parliament, gone through the cabinet. There is a cabinet nod, essentially opening up the sector to private players. What will it entail?
So, Shweta, we spoke about this subject, in fact, on the 29th of July, because 28th of July is when the bill was actually presented in Lok Sabha, and the Lok Sabha cleared it. And yesterday, the bill actually went to Rajya Sabha, and the Rajya Sabha has also cleared this bill through a voice vote. And what is this bill all about? This bill is primarily about opening up. It's a revision of the existing mines and minerals, mining and minerals policy, which has been in existence in India for decades. And there's been a revision now because for the first time, certain minerals which were classified as atomic minerals, there were 12 of them, out of which 5 have now been removed from the atomic minerals list and have hence been opened up to private exploration. So private companies like Vedanta that we were just speaking about, which is into natural earth minerals, mining and minerals, and multiple other private sector companies can now apply for a license, and once they get that license, they will be allowed to freely explore these precious earth minerals, including lithium.
Okay.
And the critical importance of lithium is that lithium is the single most relevant, important, rare earth mineral which goes into producing lithium ion batteries.
Okay.
And these lithium ion batteries are going to power up India's electric dreams, and not just India's, the whole world's electric dreams.
Absolutely. Hold on to that thought. Amit Ranjan joining us here in the studio. Amit, you've been tracking this story very, very closely. Essentially means that the government is now hoping to build a private ecosystem around making chips and batteries.
Look at all the minerals that they've opened up. Lithium, beryllium, niobium, titanium, tantalum, zirconium.
Okay.
Lithium, Karthik said, goes
I
into
haven't even
batteries.
heard of the rest of them.
Yes.
I doubt I'll
But
be
I'll
able
tell you
to
where this is
pronounce
going.
them as
I'll tell
well.
you where the whole thing is going. Beryllium is used in making electrodes with in alloy with nickel and copper. Niobium, superconducting magnets. Titanium, it has high resistance to extreme temperatures. Cosmocrafts, India's space mission, not just space mission,
right.
the transporting satellites to space. India has been making big strides into that. Tantalum and zirconium, printed circuit boards because of they're non-corrosive. Semiconductors. It's a very focused approach. So
it's not just
to
semiconductor
few
then.
So they've just opened these 6 minerals.
Okay.
So it is a very focused approach where India wants this whole ecosystem to go.
And these are rare earth minerals. And the idea is to, of course, ensure that private players, and I think that will also increase competition, Karthik. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think number one, it is going to reduce dependence on importing these precious minerals. Right. Now, remember what happened between China and USA. Similar minerals, not the same, germanium and gallium, two very significant minerals which China has a deep sort of repository of. Export of those minerals to the US got banned. Why did it get banned? Because US told its chip makers, Nvidia and the likes, that stop exporting your fabs and your wafers to countries like China, because US did not want China to get an edge in artificial intelligence. So I think broadly this entire sector is heating up right now on account of electric mobility and on account of artificial intelligence, which will be driven on semiconductors. And that sort of stems from this whole decision of opening the private sector, autonomizing these from the list of 12, opening them up for the private sector. There is going to be competition. Competition, I believe, is obviously always healthy. As long as the government sat on it and protected it as government property, we did not see any excavation,
It didn't come to anybody's help.
It didn't come to anybody's help. Well, maybe, back in the day, we didn't even know the use of these minerals. We know the use of these minerals today. So today, opening it up, of course, it attracts competition. Competition is good. It is, if nothing else, it's definitely going to lead to more efficient time to market. Multiple companies bidding to get a particular block of that mineral field to mine. improves chances, probability of 5
finding.
companies working together, at least a 1 in 5 probability of somebody
finding
discovering lithium,
Right.
if not gold, right?
Right.
Discovering something at that pit. So
Lithium is gold.
lithium, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are right now comparing, gold and oil with multiple things. Hey, data is
Absolutely.
oil, lithium is gold, etc. But of course, I mean, this competition, I think more important than a price competition here, I see a time to market competition. And this is, of course, urgent need, because if we want to electrify our mobility, if we want to fulfill our electric dreams as a nation and also create some sort of an export hub of lithium ion batteries from India at some point, then the sooner we get access to these minerals, the better off we are.
And the government seems to be clearly now playing catch up. So far, losing out on technology and also losing out on minerals, hoping to prop up both,
That's right.
both
But the government is
technology
still going to
and
have
minerals.
some sort of an MSP in place. And that MSP, I believe, is going to be, discussed and debated in the winter session of the
Right.
parliament. And maybe around December is when we can see some sort of a minimum price set to whatever these private companies are able to
mine.
extract. And that is the price they pay to the government. And beyond that, depending on the value addition, depending on the supply chain, they should be freely allowed to sell it to another private player who will then use it to add value and create something meaningful
All right.
out of
So
these
if it
minerals.
goes through the parliament in the winter session, perhaps private sectors or private sector companies are looking to enter the market by January or February of next year. So it's going to be as soon as that.